I mean, we've all been through a lot, you know. I mean, I think anybody, we could take a jab at anybody on this live, anybody watching, and they could tell you that they've been through a lot. My mindset is different. My mindset is different now about it, you know.
Can
I never
you
really.
wait, don't skip over that, because this is how is your mindset different?
I'm not. Um, I'm not a woe is me person type no more.
I don't subscribe to the whole victim
Yeah.
situation. I don't subscribe to the victim thing anymore. I don't. I you know, and you, yeah, of course, people look at things that have happened to me and go, "Damn, that was fucked up." You know, that was real wrong that happened to you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? It's all good. I don't. I don't even dwell on it anymore. You know, before I used to feel like, oh, when people would do you wrong or people would do stuff to you, it was just like, you know, how do I get over it? How do I get this? How do I get that? Now I learned that immediately just move different. Move different. Don't internalize it, because when you internalize it, it can eat at you and eat at you and eat at you. I don't allow it to give me sleepless nights no more. I don't
So
have time
so
for
how
it.
do we get from point A to point B? Because I get it that you're not where you started.
But how did you get to where you are? How you get to a place where some shit goes down and you're not sitting there harping on it. You're not sitting there taking it personal. You're not sitting there in a victimhood anymore. How did we get there?
Um, it's a process. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It is a process. It is a process.
Yeah, it is.
It definitely is a process. I just
I had you in my corner. I had people in my corner that allowed me to, you know, that weren't along for the ride. You know, they were just
Well, you know, I always appreciate you, you know, shouting me out and
Loving on me that way. But you did a lot of work.
yeah.
You did a lot of work on your own, you know, and so um not that I don't want to remove myself out of the equation, but I really would like, because I could only do so much. You had to kind of actually take your own initiative.
to get your happy back, take your power back, change your perception. I mean, you really graduated yourself. So
So I ain't taking credit for that. You did that. I mean, I'm so proud. I mean, you know, it's amazing to see my friend um just be the bigger person
Mm-hmm.
at moments where you have the right to get
Genuine.
as ugly as you'd like to. You chose
a high road,
Yeah.
commendable. Everybody feels that. Everybody knows that.
mm-hmm.
You know. But what was? Can you tell the people?
people some of what you do when you are feeling like, oh, if you're getting ready to take something personal, or if you're
Mm-hmm.
getting ready to kind of, you know, if you're feeling triggered,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do?
The act I don't focus on the action that was done to me. I focus on the person, and I start to feel the compassion and empathy for them, because for people to act a certain way, there's always a root to why they did what they did, or why they feel what they feel, or why they're reacting. Even if it's towards you, you still have to um you have to kind of like take yourself outside of yourself and understand that what this person is doing is not it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. In any situation, you in a grocery store, somebody can cut you off in the car, or whatever, or somebody could say something crazy to you on the street. It's not about you. It's not
Correct.
about you. It's not, because for a human being to react to something that way, or to treat people a certain kind of way. There's always something deeper. There's always something deeper. People are not programmed to actually to do that. So I'm not saying that everybody who did something to me, I excused it or anything like that, or I just overlooked it. And no, what I'm saying is you have to look within yourself to understand that it's not you didn't you didn't merit that. I mean, you didn't merit that reaction. You did not cultivate um, where they are at in life. There's so many other factors that have got them where they are. Some people might be used to the only way they can get ahead is if they dog somebody else out. So it wasn't you. You were just the one at the time that walked into it. So you can't internalize. I learned to stop internalizing things and taking things so personal. And
Yeah.
that's easy to say because you used to say it to me all the time, and I used to be like, "What the hell you mean? Take it on personal? That shit happened to me. They did that to me. You mean don't take it personal? The hell? No." But now that I'm on a different wavelength, and I can see, okay,
You got something going on. And all I can
Well, I
pray.
think because we've been journeying together and we've been growing, and what I've realized is when you are triggered to take something personal, it's an indication that something needs to be addressed,
Mhm.
right? Because as your favorite phrase, a hit dog will holler.
Mhm.
So, I feel like us being triggered are opportunities for us to kind of ask ourselves, okay, well, what's that about?
Mhm.
Am I still dealing with some pain somewhere? And there's layers to this.
Because you might think you've healed and you might think that and you go back, ooh, there's another layer of dust to get. Let's get this crevice up, and those triggerings are opportunities for us to sort of address what we're dealing with, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I appreciate you saying that.
I do.
Yeah. It's so. I mean, it's brought a lot of peace.
I bet.
It's the
I bet.
sleepless nights are not there anymore. Um, there's no wondering of what's wrong with me. My thing is, if I know that I'm doing right by someone and my intentions are doing right by someone,
Right.
I don't,
I don't internalize what their reactions anymore. I don't internalize what people do, because we're not the gatekeepers for other people and what they do. We have to learn to just
Right.
okay, that's where you are. That's where you are. I'm gonna be over here. You do that over
And
there.
we have to be careful to not be
Provoked into someone else's negativity.
into someone else's game. And a lot of times people will try you because they're trying to disturb your peace. They're trying to,
Yeah,
they they see you feeling good, doing good, and they can't take it because you are a reflection of what they don't have.
yeah.
And
And
so,
don't sacrifice your peace for nobody.
nobody.
People may get mad at you for not, complying and not. Don't sacrifice your peace for no situation and nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. Yes, gaslighting is real. Raina said gaslighting is very real. It is, but
Sure is.
you gotta be strong enough to say, you know what? If it's a if and it could be a good situation. It could be something that you're like, oh, I've been waiting for this. This is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. The moment you know that your peace is gonna be disrupted, or it'll be peaceful for a second, but you know there's gonna come a time when that it's gonna pop off. You gotta step back and look at the bigger picture and say no.
Yeah.
You gotta say no. I'm not.
And as it relates to gaslighting, I just want to say that as someone who's dealt with this quite often, I had to ask myself, how was I gaslighting myself? I had to
Mhm.
ask myself why I would allow gaslighting to happen,
Mhm.
or why am I being sort of faced with this sort of thing? And I think that's a really great question. Just to check in with yourself and to ask, in what ways do I gaslight myself? In what ways do I lie to myself? In what ways do I um, do the things that my external environment reflects back at me that I
Right.
don't like? you know and one thing that I think me and you have both learned together, right, is when you change
Mhm.
you literally change your environment,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Because you're no longer in frequency.
Once you move past certain things, you're no longer in frequency with things that
It's almost like either the people around you kind of grow with you or you grow apart, but either
Yeah.
way your environment is changing.
Either way, yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. Either way, it's gonna change, and you got to learn not to fight that change, though, and you got to let it
Amen.
happen, and you got to be okay with it happening. Some people
Mhm.
that you want to have in your life that you thought you'd have in your life forever are going to not agree with. They're gonna. I mean, sometimes it's for several reasons. Some people are not gonna agree with your changes because it doesn't allow them the access to you that they had before. They're not allowed to manipulate you. They're not allowed to um influence you in that way, and they
Right.
don't want to. They don't want to not be able to do that because that it doesn't allow them. They're either gonna change or they're gonna fall by the wayside. Period.
Amen.
It ain't gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what
I
it
mean,
is,
you can
right?
hold on to them all you want. You can hold on to this person. Oh, they've been in my life forever. This and the other. Let me tell you, it ain't going to jail. Because if it jail for a second,
They're gonna do something that reminds you of the old you, and you're gonna reject them, and it's gonna be a tug of war back and forth. Just you.
Right. Right.
you gotta understand that that's not, especially if you really truly have changed and you're healing or you've already healed, it's not gonna sit well with you.
Right.
It's
And you
not
know
gonna.
what's funny? The universe will send you your signs. Hey, it's time to exit stage left.
Yeah.
No, no, I want to keep playing. I want to keep performing. Okay. Well, each time that one is going to get a little stronger, a little bit more stern, and then next thing you know, boom.
It'll say, "Oh, you're not gonna let go? Okay.
Well,
Well,
I'll
I'm gonna
make
give
you
you no
let go.
choice. I'm gonna give you no choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you no choice." And then
Yeah.
it happens the ultimate. Then it's the ultimate of something, and then it's like, "Whoa, gotta go, gotta go." You know.
Yeah.
But you got to be honest with yourself and say, "Yeah, the signs were there. I didn't react. I didn't do what I was supposed to do when the signs were there. And
Mhm.
now there's this huge situation, and it's like, okay. I mean, at that point, you can't do anything. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Especially if you want to move. If you want to move forward. If you want to
Right.
move forward. Now, if you want to stay stagnant, and you want to stay in that. Go ahead, stay in that. You know.
So can we talk about forgiveness?
Uh huh.
So, how do you find it in your heart to forgive somebody who has where are you right now with forgiveness?
You knew the the old me would be like,
I know, Jesus, I know.
no. But when you truly realize that it's not about you and it's that these people that people are human and they're making those mistakes and stuff, it's easier to forgive. It's easy to forgive. Yeah, you made those mistakes, but you also
In forgiving, forgiveness does not mean you don't
protect your own peace and everything else. You can forgive somebody and move on, and you know how you know when you've really forgiven somebody and you've moved on?
Hmm.
When the sight of them doesn't
Bother you?
bother you, or when their name comes up, it doesn't bother you.
Doesn't bother.